school for the Willingboro Public School District. Here I stand at the Carl Lewis Stadium, where many of our world-class athletes have reached notoriety for our skill and competition. I'm sure you've heard of a lot of them. We have athletes in the NFL, we have track athletes, we have basketball, male and female athletes who have made it to national status. But have you heard about our scholars? So why don't we go inside now? Welcome to the Chimera Cafe. This is where students have their breakfast, lunch, and it sometimes serves as a testing center. I bet you thought I was going to play the piano. I could probably tap out a few bars of This Old Man, but that is as far as my talent goes. This is our wonderful high school auditorium where entertainers like Ryan Toby and Ty Tribbett honed their skills as Willingboro High School Chimeras. Here is where we have our school assemblies, our team meetings with our students, and our wonderful visual and performing arts presentations. So now we'll talk about Willingboro High School, the expectations of being a student here, and the qualifications of our teachers, and what we do to deliver a quality education with a community commitment. So now we get to discuss Willingboro High School and the expectations here, both for while we're in option 2 and when we return. As I go through this video and this message, I first want to say to you that I totally understand the apprehension and the challenges that this pandemic has put us in as individuals and as a collective unit. There are changes to the norms that will never revert back to what they used to be. Many of us have been forced, especially those of us in education, both students, learners, and teachers and administrators have had to learn how to navigate the social media and not social media, but just technology in ways that we never really thought we would be doing in the close future that we're in. It seems as though we've been propelled, I would say 10 to 15 years forward into the expectations of using technology to the degree that we have used it and will be continuing to use it as a school and for our learners. So there's a few things that I want to tell you. My name is Kimberly Ash, and I am your principal here at Willingboro High School. This year starts my 8th year as the principal here at Willingboro High School, the school that I lovingly refer to as the flagship school. Why do I call it the flagship school? Because Willingboro High School is the one and only high school that serves the township of Willingboro. It has been my goal and my vision to turn this high school into a flagship school, meaning we represent all that is good, all that is amazing about what Willingboro community is. At Willingboro High School, we have some students and we have some teachers here who can compete with any other student and teacher anywhere in this country. I stand by that because I have seen it happen here over and over again. Earlier, I spoke about athletes who have done well. We are the school of Carl Lewis, the gold medalist, the Olympic champion. We are also the school of about 8 NFL players. We have females who have been in the WNBA. We have males that have gone to the NBA. We also are the school of renowned entertainers that I spoke about before. Singers and entertainers who are known worldwide for the things that they've done, from songstresses to gospel artists to rap artists to understudies and stunt men and women, every area of entertainment that you can think of, writers, producers for the NFL, they've graduated here from Willingboro. We have 5-star generals who have served in the military and represent us well there. We have scholars. We have one of the individuals who received an award in education from President Barack Obama. We have legislators, senators, congresspeople. Willingboro Chimeras are everywhere. I'd like to take a minute to brag a little bit about some of the students who've come through during my tenure as the principal here. Member of the class of 2014 is an engineer, an electrical engineer, doing extremely well. We have members of the class of 2015 who are attorneys, lawyers, chemists. The areas in which our students have excelled in are as diverse and as wide range as every area that there is for professionals, for entertainers, for educators. We have them here. We have staff members who teach at colleges in their part-time jobs and teach here during the day. So if you've heard things about Willingboro High School that would make you second guess sending your child here, I implore you to second guess that, because here at Willingboro High School, your child can receive an education that will prepare them for whatever it is they desire for their future. I've always believed that it is the partnership between the school, the parent, and the student that really is the final decision maker in just how far and how high a child can go. I promise you that the staff here at Willingboro High School sees each and every one of our students as the individual that they are, and we strive to address them as the young men and women that they are. We do not address them as boys and girls. We address them as young men and women. Because once your child enters Willingboro High School, they are but 4 short years away from being an adult. So we take very seriously our job to educate with the ABC and the 1, 2, 3. But we also know that we have a responsibility to prepare these young men and women for the world. We know that when they leave here at Willingboro High School, no longer will there be a parent advocate who can request a meeting and sit on their behalf. They have to advocate for themselves. So we encourage them to do that here in our halls, through our clubs, our student government, our student leader programs. We understand that they will have to someday feed themselves and be parents and do all of the things that you're doing. So we try to encourage them and show them how to make decisions and think out processes that will lead them to the best possible outcomes. I do challenge you, and I say this, if you've spoken to me, you've heard me say this before. I challenge you to find a school anywhere in this country that the adults care about your child's success, your whole child, your child's emotional success, your child's intellectual success, and your child's overall well-being than here at Willingboro High School. With that being said, I want to thank you, parents, for your patience and your understanding and your partnership through the changes and the fast-paced procedures that we've had to implement in order to open schools successfully. I thank you because you have made sure that your children are where they should be during the day, logged on and doing what they need to do. You've kept the communication open with me, letting me know when you're facing challenges and you need assistance. I want to also thank the students who have stepped up to the plate. Every time I think of you, I smile. Every time I go in through a virtual walkthrough and I see you engaged in learning with your teachers, I see you putting your best foot forward. I see you trying to get the best out of this situation, and I am so very proud of you. When I come out of a classroom, I fully understand that you know what it means when I say Borough Pride lives inside. It is truly an honor to serve you. I do not call it a job. It is a calling. It is what I have been called to do. And I thank you guys for working with me every day as we build young adults who will go out into this world and be the change that we all need to see. With that being said, I just want to tell you that tonight's show tonight's presentation is an extreme challenge for me, as it has been for you all as well. I have not been in the past a very tech savvy person. Being the principal of the high school, I've always had people who can create presentations for me and make things happen on my behalf and then present them for the high school. And I just have to facilitate the process and make sure that it is acceptable for what we want to represent Willingboro schools. However, this pandemic has made it to the point that I have to now do the things that I relied on other people to do on my behalf because it just requires me to do it. So I've had to learn how to be more tech savvy. Tonight's presentation was put together by me. I had a little help from a couple teachers and a few friends of mine, but most of it I've done myself. I've created a Bitmoji classroom, so when I get ready to do the orientation back to school night that I would normally do, you're going to enter into my Bitmoji office, and we will have a discussion over my Bitmoji classroom with my emoji, or what is it called, my meme or my avatar. So I'm still learning, so I thank you for your patience with that. Just a few things, parents, that I want you to think about as we're in COVID. Many students have taken jobs, which I do understand. Young people need to work, and it builds good character to have a job. But parents, we are in school, and we are having a regular school day. Students cannot have jobs during the school day. And any employer who hires your child and works your child during school hours, especially a child under the age of 16, is violating child labor laws. With that being said, anyone who is applying for working papers must be a student in good standing. That means that student must be attending class every day, performing at an acceptable level in the coursework, in order to qualify for us to complete the working papers and submit them to the state. So students, I want you to know that if you plan on working a job, you still have to work your job after school, but you have to be in school, in our virtual school, every day doing your work in order for us to process those papers for you. One of the things that you will find, parents and our students who've been here before are used to it. Every Sunday night, you will receive a message from me. I send a message to my staff, I send a message to our students, and I send a message to parents. Just making you aware of things that are going on in the school. Sometimes just having a conversation with you about general topics. Sometimes it's just words of encouragement. Each and every one of those communications will start with a quote. The quote is the same for the parents, the students, and the staff. I ask that you would read it, reflect upon it, and perhaps even have some conversation on it. Every day, I try to send a message to the students that reminds them what rotation day we are on the schedule and which classes they should be logged into. This is just to make sure that they're able to get to where they need to be on time every single day. We need our students to log into homeroom every day so that they'll be accounted for school. The state has not waived our attendance protocols, so every student is required to be in school every day. And that is being recorded in our homeroom. So please, students, log in every day between 8:15 and 8:30 so that you are recorded as being in attendance. We are ready. We are ready. We are ready. Students, I want you to know that what you are doing now, though it may seem unconventional, it really is preparing you for the next step. When you get to college or out in a full-time workplace, you have to self-regulate yourselves. People won't always be standing over your shoulders telling you what to do and watching what you're doing. There won't be bells ringing telling you when to leave and when to go. You have to manage your time. You have to manage your resources, and you have to be able to perform what you need to do independently. So learning how to be in school virtually can help you when you get ready to go to the next level. Some of the benefits of being under this virtual plan is that you will fine-tune your self-management skills, you will fine-tune your time management skills, and you will learn how to work independently. It will also allow your parents to get a sneak peek into what happens every day in your classrooms, as they can look over your shoulders and see or hear what the teachers are doing and interact directly with the teachers. It's going to build relationships that may not have been built to the degree that they will be built in, because we're interacting so closely to one another and with one another, even though it's virtual. Some of the challenges are the very same things. So it's all about perception, ladies and gentlemen. You can look at this time and think that it is just an awful time and we just have to ride it out and wait until it's over. Or you can look at this time as a time of great opportunity, a time for you to learn how to do things in a different way that are more meaningful and more impactful and more efficient and more beneficial to you. I promise you, if you look at it in that way, you will come out of this situation wiser and stronger. At this time, I am going to now go into my Bitmoji office and present to you the back to school night orientation. And then I will guide you through the process of visiting our teachers, our guidance counselors, our child study team. Our entire school family has prepared videos for you, and you can take your time and click on them. If you do not get through them all tonight, I would ask that you would still take your time and go through them. They're very informative, can probably answer any question that you would come up with. You will also receive a survey asking you to complete that so that we can have a count on how many of our families we have reached, so that we know that you have received the information and we know who we have to continue to try to reach to get the information to. I thank you all, and it is a profound privilege to work with tomorrow's leaders here at Willingboro High School. And we know what my saying is. It rings true, and I've experienced it every day, especially in this time. Borough pride lives inside.